Yes, boys and girls, welcome to another lesson. This is Science and Technology for grade 4. In the last lesson, we talked about identification and explanation of the states of matter. We learned that matter exists in 3 states, which are the solid state, we have the liquid state, and then we have a state which is known as the gas. So matter exists in 3 states. We say the 3 states of matter are also known as the 3 states of water. We took a case study and we said that water is the only liquid that exists in the 3 states. The 3 states of matter can change from one state to another when there is a change in temperature. For example, we have the solid state of water, which is known as the ice. The solid state of water, which is known as the ice. If there is an increase in temperature, an example is when you buy an ice cream and you take it out of the packet, right? It is exposed to the environment where the temperature is different from where it was kept. And you find that as the time goes, the ice begins to melt. It begins to melt. Why does it melt? Because there is a change in temperature, right? So, when solid is exposed to heat, it melts, right? So, it changes into a liquid state, right? The solid state of water, which is the ice, has gone or has undergone heating, right? And heating has made it to melt, right? And it has changed into the liquid state. The same liquid state, when there is a change in temperature through heating, liquid will change into a gas, right? Gas, which is vapor. The gaseous state of water is known as vapor or steam, right? So if the liquid state is heated, right, it changes into the gaseous state, right? Then, how do we call the process? The process by which liquid state changes into the vapor state. The liquid state of water changes into the gas state is known as what? This is known as evaporation. Right? You heat the liquid so that it evaporates. So the process is heating, then the liquid will evaporate. The process by which solid changes into liquid, it is not heating, it is melting. This is melting. Melting takes place because of a change in temperature, that is through heating, right? Evaporation also takes place because there is an increase in temperature, that is by heating. Good. Now, the solid state of water has changed into the liquid state and further changed into the gaseous state. The gaseous state of water can also change back into the liquid water. This is by cooling, right? We call the process condensation. If you have what is known as tea, you are taking tea, right? And you put your hand on top of your cup, covering the cup, right? After some time, if you remove your hand, you will find that there are droplets of water, right? So that is, your hand was acting as a condenser. It was making the vapor to condense. So it was cooling the vapor. So this is done through cooling. This one means there is a decrease in temperature, right? So the gaseous state, which is the steam or vapor, will change back into the liquid water. Matter can change from one state to another. Good. The same liquid water can change back into solid, which is the ice, right? How does this happen? We take the liquid water and then we cool it. We take the liquid water and then we cool it, right? This is known as freezing. We freeze the water, we lower the temperature up to 0 degrees centigrade. Then the liquid water will change into solid. The liquid water will change into solid. What have we learned? We have learned the changes of the states of matter, right? The three states of matter we have: solid, liquid, and the gas. And we have said matter can change from one state to another when there is a change in temperature. The solid state of water, which is called the ice, can undergo melting, right? That is through heating. So ice melts to form the liquid water. The liquid water can be heated up to the temperature of 100 degrees centigrade. Then it will boil, right? After boiling, it changes into what is known as water vapor. This process is known as evaporation. So liquid water changes into a gas, which is known as water vapor or steam, through evaporation, right? The same vapor can condense to form back the liquid water. That is through cooling. That is what is known as condensation, right? So the gas condenses to form back the liquid water. Liquid water undergoes freezing, that is lowering the temperature up to 0 degrees centigrade, then it forms back the ice. So the liquid state of, the solid state of water is known as the ice, right? Then we have ice changing into the liquid state, which is the water that we know, the normal water, right? Liquid state. Then we have, the last one is the gas, which is the gaseous state of water is known as water vapor. Another name for water vapor is the steam, right? This is a process that you can do by yourself. Just take a glass of water and put it in your deep freezer, right? And you will see the process. After some time, it changes into a solid, which is ice. Then you take out the ice, you put it in the sun, then you will see it will melt and change back into the liquid water. Then you can boil the water, you see how it evaporates, right? And then after that, put the hot water in the cup and then carefully place your hand on top of it. Then you see how the vapor changes back into the liquid water. Now with this, I hope you're going to practice that, and that marks the end of our lesson. I wish you the best. Thank you.